Alright, we are back again and just kind of moving through spring, trying to get back to where we were when our last run went horribly wrong. And right now we're just fishing a lot still. It's kind of the theme of this entire week. So we're going to stick with the don't do anything I normally do and grab the mushroom cave, which I think will be more valuable, especially with the bait maker. Because we're using the bait maker, we don't get as many chubs as we normally do, and that's our main food source for pretty much the entire run up until we can get salads. So without something to eat, we will have no food for Skull Caverns. It's just it's hard to find like a window to go and like buy salads or cheese if you don't have the right days. So that's the current situation. And today we're just gonna fish for catfish the entire day, and then also go to Clint's when he opens up to upgrade our pickaxe once more. Our strategy is kind of the same as it normally is, where we upgrade our pickaxe till it's gold, and then we go into the caverns when we can. We'll probably get into the skull, or we'll get the desert bus unlocked a little bit earlier, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to actually go to the caverns early. And this is a really rough catfish. Sometimes they're really rough, sometimes they're really easy, so I don't know, that was a bad one, but at least we caught it. That is the one drawback from the bait maker. And I know it's good, like, I want catfish, but they take a really long time to catch. So an average catfish fishing day is like 35 minutes, I think, just because it takes me so long to catch them sometimes. But that's the only drawback in the chub thing, I guess. But, you know, I don't know, you'll see towards the end of this day, we get an unbelievable amount of catfish. And because I was usually happy with 20, right? Like that was the max you would ever see on a typical run without the bait maker. But with the bait maker, it's not uncommon to see like 40, 45. And I guess I didn't realize how significant that was. But here we are. I don't know, we've had good chest luck. I thought our luck said neutral, but I could have been wrong. We've had... It seems like it's felt like better luck than we've actually had, so I don't know. Like sometimes it feels like it swings all over the place. We got our pickaxe, we're upgrading it. So we just need $10,000 by the 9th so that we can upgrade to gold. And then we need whatever extra money for... We have like a big kale batch coming up, because we're doing that same strategy, right? We're going to do 180 kale, basically. And that'll get us to somewhere around fishing level 6. Well, not somewhere around, it needs to get us to fishing level 6, so we can make sprinklers for starfruit in the summertime. Even though this is only a Joja run to see how fast we can finish up the Joja Mart, I don't really know if I'm gonna just stop there, you know? I might as well just keep going. Otherwise I think we'll be done like midsummer. Because money becomes pretty easy to come by once you're in the caverns. So the run itself would be really, really mild, you know? Or really short. Especially with the way we're speeding through spring. Because I really want to get back to just filming normal, like, 20 to 40 minute videos that it's just me playing. I like that more, I'm coming to realize. Because I can just sit here and talk and not spend most of my time editing a bunch of stuff. Not that I don't really mind editing, but it's hard to edit together, like, what do I think matters from this? Like, does it matter that I'm cutting up a bunch of stumps right now? Not really. You know, does it matter that I'm organizing chests and stuff like that? Not necessarily, but I kind of feel like it's jarring to like suddenly the next day there's another chest there and all the items removed. So you kind of have to have some degree of transparency with it. Like, it's pretty easy to cut out an entire day of fishing. I could keep, I guess, like all the chest catches in there, but I don't know if that's that interesting. Just because, you know, our goal is to speed through, not to really focus on the now, so to speak. Like, even now, I cut out like a minute of me messing with my chests. So, we did get level 10, which is kind of crazy, and I guess that's from the catfish. So I know they're worth a pretty good amount of XP. So, yeah. So today is more of the same stuff. We're just going to be fishing at the mountain lake instead because it's not raining. That's the only difference, right? If it's raining, river. If it's not raining, mountain lake. And I don't know, we've had okay luck with rain. I think we have one more rainy day coming up. But overall, we're not really doing much. I'm planting this rice just in case. It's nice to have rice, just in case you're not confident that you'll hit level 6 farming. So that's the only reason I put it there. Otherwise, I don't care about it so much. It's just really quick to go run over and scythe it all down. Also, I think I've fixed that audio issue. I say that now, but it'll probably pop up again. So I don't know, we'll see. The other thing is my voice is going bad again. I don't know if I'm getting sick or it's from like tilling up more dirt yesterday. I think both. I mean, both will mess you up pretty bad, but I feel like I've inhaled a lot of dust. I hope I'm not getting sick. I have a long weekend. I have like a 4-day weekend. And the intention is to garden, but with all the hail I had mentioned last time, I don't know if it'll happen. So today, I learned a very valuable lesson. And I've played this day probably like 5 times. And I only got towards the end, like once. But what I found out is where my furnace is placed right now, if I leave it there, Sebastian will come through and he will destroy it. And you'll lose an entire day because we can't afford to have no furnace. So that happened to me. I guess it just happened once, but it was after playing for the entire day. And that was enough for me to kind of be over it. You know what I mean? It's so frustrating. So towards the end of today, I just grab it and hold it in my inventory. Like, man, my voice is really going. We don't have a whole lot to smelt anyway. We already have all of our gold and our iron smelted. The only thing we need bars for from this point on is sprinklers. But we don't really need sprinklers until the 14th. So we have plenty of time. And so anything like that we can smelt now is just a bonus. But once our major fishing phases are through, that's when we'll start our mining phase, where we just mine and smelt for 2 or 3 days. And then we're into the caverns. That's kind of the routing, I guess, you know. As long as I'm in the caverns by the desert festival, I'll be happy. And I think that's pretty easy to do. We just have so much fish that we can sell. We sold some already this morning, and then we're selling the rest today, or tonight. That'll get us a fair amount of money, and then we just need a couple more days of fishing to get the community center, not community center, but the Joja Mart community upgrades completed, right? We just need to do the bus. And after we do the bus, we'll do the mine carts, which I think is kind of out of order. I don't know. I mean, that's what I did. I don't know why I did that way, but it's not the right order. Because mine carts, 1, they're cheaper, and 2, they allow you to get around so much better that it doesn't make sense to do the desert first when I'm not even going to go there for a while, so whatever. Also, I just listened to the recording up till now, and I did not fix the audio issue like I thought. So I don't know what's going on with that. I just cannot get it solved. I swapped out the cable, both cables, on my headphones and the microphone, because I figure better safe than sorry, even though the headphones don't make any sense. And it didn't do anything. Oh, we made 37 grand, by the way. And I mean, that's a lot of money, I guess. It's a lot for day 9. We're in a pretty good spot, I would say, overall. We have we have rain today, which is also really great, which should seal us up for the 40 grand we need. I do make a little mistake today, but I decided to keep going with it just because, why not? Like, I didn't feel like replaying a 30-minute catfish day again. But, I mean, you'll see it in a little bit. It's not a huge mistake, it's just a little bit of time loss. And it didn't really end up having any consequence, honestly. We ended up having just really good luck with catfish, and no junk fish really mixed in along the way, so it just didn't matter. I don't think I used the furnace the entire time I have it here. I don't have any ore, so I can't do anything with it. It's just sitting there, I guess. But, you know, we have another normal day. We fish down here until 9 a.m. when we are supposed to go to Clint's. Cannot talk. To upgrade our pickaxe again. And then we're supposed to buy the Joja membership, because it's right next door to the blacksmith. And that's the mistake we make. We just do this, and I kind of get in that lizard brain mode of just like pushing forward, doing your normal day-to-day, right? Like my normal path on a rainy day on the 9th is to do this, upgrade the pickaxe, come back and do this more. And we just got in that habit, I think, and forgot, so. I don't know, I'm just running Oh, I'm waiting. I was like, why am I just running sideways? Sometimes when I'm waiting for stuff, I just run towards it. And I don't know what the reason for that is. It doesn't make any sense, but I do it pretty frequently. Something else I've noticed, because I don't usually listen back. Oh, my voice is going crazy. When I listen back, I do that weird like Valley Girl thing where my voice like vocal fries out at the end a lot, or I do the upward inflection. Those are my only two main like tone indicators, right? And everything else is pretty flat across the board. I don't know why that is. It's just how my voice is, I guess. I think I do a different voice when I do like training presentations at work, because you have to have more energy, you know, or more, I don't know, they don't want to go up there and like fall asleep, so you have to kind of change everything, you know, which I don't know, I guess I never do that here. I still like just talk quietly so that I don't bother people in my house. But yeah, I don't know, when I give a presentation it's significantly different, I would say. Or it's more concise. I think I try a little bit harder to enunciate when I'm doing that, but I don't know, I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time like mumbling, and I think it's a combination of things. Like I don't enunciate actively, and I also have like my certain tone of voice, which I feel like muddles things together. I don't know, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just the laziness, and I'm looking for an excuse. But look, man, look how long this catfish is taking. And I didn't even get the chest. How all that, you know, just for no chest. And then I go back here and make a mistake by just going to Clint's and not to the Joja Mart, which is crazy. I don't know. I can't believe I did that. No chest. Like I was probably so mad. Like internally, not like screaming and crying and throwing up and whatnot. But I'm sure I was not pleased with that situation. But yeah, we just keep fishing. That's the game plan, and it's going well. I mean, I could have dragged this out. We would have been 9 days in to videos instead of 2 or 3. 3. I just figured we might as well just kind of get caught up. You were just with me for one other series, doing all this stuff. Why make you sit through the same visual, you know? I'll probably talk about different stuff, but knowing me, I won't, because my life has only a few components, right? Working, gardening, and I play this sometimes. That's kind of the long and short of it. You know what I do have today is a block party, which is kind of maybe not going to happen because the weather is looking pretty nasty. But 2, I've never been to a block party as an adult, I should say. I've always lived in a neighborhood that's like mostly apartments and like young people that don't engage with the community, right? Which is what I picked, you know, it was downtown. You don't want to have a block party because who knows who's going to show up. There's some weird folks. But in this case, it's a new neighborhood. It's very, very kid-friendly and like kid-focused and stuff. So I think that's mostly what it's going to be, which will be maybe a little bit weird for me and my wife to go because we don't have kids, you know, we're just kind of doing that plant thing, I guess. I don't know. We're not doing the kid thing. So I don't know. It kind of feels like you don't have much to talk about with other people that do have kids, you know? But I guess, I don't know. We'll see. This audio thing is really, really getting to me, man. I just can't stand it. Like, it's the only... I might have to go to just full videos because of it. A little earlier than anticipated. I just don't know why it's doing it. It makes no sense. But, anyway, I'm still excited for the block party. I think it'll be fun no matter what. And apparently there's like, I don't know why, there's going to be a fire truck there and a DJ, which both seem kind of strange. I don't know how common that is for a block party. But, I don't know. We live next to like a really fancy... Well, it's not fancy. That's what's annoying about it. We live next to like a tennis place, right? Tennis and swimming and stuff. And we were going to get a membership there because we thought, oh, like how perfect is it that it's right next to our house? And the membership is like, you have to pay like a $5,000 initiation fee. And then it's $2,000 a year. No, I'm sorry, it's $10,000 a year. And it's a 5-year waiting list to get into the place. Which I don't know, man. Like, that seems crazy. And it's not that nice. Like, there's always, like, Range Rovers and, like, those Lamborghini Urus and Cayennes and stuff out front. Like, so clearly, like, wealthy people are going there. But it's porta potties. Instead of, like, a real bathroom. Dude, what are you guys paying money for? I don't know. Like, I was thinking it'd be, like, a fraction of that. But no, it was unbelievably expensive. So, anyway, sorry. I don't know why I got down that. We sold all our fish, and now we have enough money for the carts. Or not the carts, but the bus. And so we'll do that today. We'll go to the Joja Mart. We'll get the bus unlocked. And then we'll just fish. You know, we have another one of the same kind of deals where it's not raining, so we go to the mountain and we smelt anything we have and we fish. Because tomorrow we'll actually pick up our pickaxe, finally. And depending on luck, we'll go into the mines. And then depending on rain. If it rains again, I mean, there's a possibility that we will fish. It's hard to say. Because at this point, like, I don't know. I get really burnt out on fishing at this point. So, who knows? I mean, maybe we'll just skip fishing basically from here on out after today. I don't know. I do know. Well, I don't remember. That's the thing. I'm up to like day 17. Let's just say that. So I think what I'll do is the next video will be like maybe 4 days again. And then the next one will be another 4. Then we'll transition back into the usual, you know, and then we'll just, I mean, it'll be a lot of skull caverns. That's the thing. That gets a little redundant, right? Oh, and we have mushrooms finally. I forgot that you get a free dehydrator. But that doesn't seem very useful. Like, I don't know. I know people think the mushroom cave is good. But I think it's good for like 1 week. And the rest of the time it's completely worthless. Versus the fruit cave, if you're doing the community center, it's good for a really long time, in my opinion. We should have got the minecarts. I don't know why we should have gotten the minecarts. That's all there is to it. Especially with how we play the next couple of days. Because we haven't really gotten very far in the mines, right? And we still need the sprinklers for our next batch of kale. So we know we need to spend mine time. And we typically can't get to the bottom of the mines in 1 day. Especially when we're only on floor 10. So realistically, getting the minecarts would have definitely been the way to go. I think I was just worried I wouldn't have enough money to do both in a very close period of time, you know? And we're only talking about like 1 or 2 days max of having to walk to the mines without the minecart, so it's really not a huge deal. But I guess I'm just kind of getting ahead of it before somebody's like, hey, you shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, we did the same strategy today for largemouth bass and bull heads or whatever. Bullhead, yeah. Where I just fish with largemouth bait until 7, and then I switch over to bullhead bait for the rest of the night. We didn't really get any good chests. I don't have enough room to take this chest back. And then, yeah, dude, we're done. That concludes our, I don't know, 3rd episode, whatever you want to call this. Our 3rd day. It's not day, that's definitely not accurate. 3rd episode. So we're kind of a 1/3 of the way again through spring. So I don't know. I mean, we're making good progress, I guess. I feel good about the run. It's Joja, so it's easy, and it's just kind of a chill pace. It's almost like more relaxed than the community center in a way. But it's a little less rewarding, I will say that. But I mean, we could just turn this into a production, like capitalist dream farm, you know what I mean? That's kind of where we're at with the Joja route. I do wish you could change your mind later on. And you probably could with a mod or something. Maybe we'll just do that, I don't know. I haven't made any decisions. Because I also have save files that are like, you know, they've earned like $100 million. So I don't know. I don't know. Do we go over there? Who knows? But for now, we're just gonna keep pushing on. I don't think we sold anything. No, but we did get these guys doing their thing, so thanks, Morris. And for now, I don't know. I will just see you next time and try to figure out this audio thing again. But I don't think I'm gonna solve it. So, whoops.